This is my video recording of DQ number 2 for the Asian American Studies class. The discussion for this week's discussion was basically all about Asian American immigration and how there's plenty of history of how many families of many Asian American families migrated to America. One of the most notable things about anything regards to Asian American immigration was the Chinese Exclusion Act in the late 1880s, 1890s maybe. It specifically barred Chinese families from migrating here into America, but they're just gonna assume every Asian family. And it was actually the first law specifically barring a group or race of people to not enter into the United States of America. And there were obviously many other laws. I mean, eventually the Civil Rights Act passed about almost 100 years later, and many other signs of progression. But I'm gonna read a excerpt from the reading this week. It basically it's in layman's terms, it talks about how one person was barred from one person and his whole family were barred from entering the United States because he was a drug addict. Right, you see drug addict, you mean, oh, well, that's makes sense. But when you read the story, it's pretty sad. So, person by the name of Toa, he served or was in the Vietnam War. He stepped on a hand grenade and it damaged a lot of his leg. And at the time they didn't have medicine, so to deal with that he went on opioids to relieve the pain. And you can see how that just does not end well. And by the time he started, his leg healed up, he was hooked. And that one, bad butterfly effect of stepping on that hand grenade led all the way to him not being able to take his migrate him and his family to the United States of America. And that's just one of the many sad stories on the exclusion of many of Asian American families not being able to immigrate into the Americas. Yeah. And that will be it for today's DQ number 2 discussion.